Whiskers was a fluffy, white cat with piercing blue eyes that always seemed to be on the verge of tears. His days were filled with a sorrow that shadowed every corner of his small, sunlit home. Even when the sun streamed through the windows, casting warm patterns on the wooden floor, Whiskers couldn't shake the feeling of emptiness inside him. He often sat alone in his favorite corner, his little world feeling too big and too lonely. One particularly gray afternoon, Whiskers found himself gazing out of the large window that overlooked the bustling street below. The chatter of children playing outside, the stray dogs sniffing around for food, and the leaves rustling in the breeze only amplified his sense of isolation. His reflection in the glass showed a cat that seemed lost in a crowd of emotions he couldn't quite understand. As the days passed, Whiskers continued to seek solace in small things. He would lie down with a sorrowful expression, hoping that the gentle hum of the refrigerator or the distant sound of rain would bring him some comfort. Yet, comfort seemed to elude him. He tried finding joy in his toys, but each colorful ball and feathery stick felt like a reminder of a happiness he once knew but could no longer grasp. Every evening, as dusk settled and the house bathed in the muted glow of the setting sun, Whiskers felt the pang of sadness even more. His owner would come home, tired from a long day, and though they would try to cheer him up, he could sense their own exhaustion. They would pat his head, scratch behind his ears, but Whiskers knew it was more for their comfort than his. Despite their best efforts, the distance between them remained, a gap widened by unspoken words and misunderstood feelings. One night, as Whiskers lay curled up on the couch, he caught a glimpse of a photograph on the table, a picture of him as a kitten, eyes bright and full of wonder. He couldn't recall what had changed, why the world seemed so much darker now. But in that moment, he realized that he wasn't completely alone. His owner loved him, even if they didn't fully understand his sadness. And perhaps that was enough for now. He closed his eyes, letting the soft murmur of the night lull him into a restless sleep, carrying with him the hope that tomorrow might be different. In the heart of his sadness, there still lingered a flicker of hope, a tiny light that whispered, maybe, just maybe, things will get better.